Good morning, everyone. Let's get this bread. I really got my eyes on Apple and Tesla. Hold up. Really, oh wait. Really eyeing a short on both of them. Let's Tesla going over here. Go out to a 1 hour. So yeah, it looks like we're getting a break of a trend line right at open on Apple. Good morning, E-ball. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I'm very bearish on Apple and Tesla. I'm really looking into a short. Um, I think I'm about to grab something like right at open, but it's not going to be for this week. Today is a pretty big expiration. A little early on this trade. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we got like 40 seconds. I'm gonna go to Tesla. I'm about to pull this right at open, but I'm getting next week's contracts, so we'll see where they open up. All right, so we got market opening in 20 seconds. Hey, good morning, Skittles. Hey, good morning, family. Glad to have y'all here. Good morning, Mahishu. Yeah, both of these look like good shorts to me. All right, market open. And maybe we'll get a quick little pop on Tesla. We'll see. All right. So I grabbed a 220 put on Apple for next week. Or no, on Tesla for next week. And I'm not as worried about it cuz we have cuz we got time on it. So that was a small account. I kind of rushed into that. Ideally, we come close this gap, but we'll ultimately see what ends up happening. Good morning, Casey. Good morning. Dang, Apple. Yeah, Apple is ripping faces off. All right, so Apple is taking off. Let me look at them on a 1 hour. Yeah, so I had Apple on a 5 minute coming down and pulling back, but that may have been the move right there. It's very well possible. Or, yeah, it looks like this may have been the little sell off I saw on Apple. I only charted that on a 5 minute. All right, first off, actually, I feel like my mind's all over the place a little bit. Do do I sound good on my mic? I don't have my monitor to kind of tell me how I sound today. Let me set my stop on that. All right, it doesn't even really matter today. But today is going to be, or today is a big options expiration date. So what was I going to say? So expect a lot of volatility. Um, it wouldn't surprise me if here. Let's pull up the cues over here. I'm still pretty bearish. It wouldn't surprise me if we came up. I'm not saying we will, but it wouldn't surprise me if we. Thank you, Mahishu. It wouldn't surprise me if we came up, touched all-time highs. Thanks, Casey. And then came to close this gap. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen today, but I think we're in for some volatility. So I think ultimately when it comes down to it, they're going to do whatever is going to make them the most money, what's going to be the most profitable for them. And when I say them, I mean the market makers. All right, so I'm glad. I'm not sure if y'all saw, so I closed out that put I had yesterday, and I'm glad I did because it's moved in my favor a little bit, but as you can see, it's kind of break even with where it opened, where we originally opened it. So yesterday, I opened the put over here, and had I been holding, it's only right here. So that probably would be almost worthless. That put I had, I think it was a 479 put on the Qs. So yeah, I would have lost all my money. So to update you on the challenge for the week, we were up to like 214. Yesterday we like cut that right in half. I took the L on that SPY trade, and I took a L on. Then I took the L on that QQQ trade. So now I'm in a put on Tesla, but it expires next week, so I'm not worrying about it too much. So now I'm just kind of looking out, seeing what we got. I'm gonna drop to 5. I kind of want to pay attention to the EMAs a bit today, but I feel like that could be something we ride. So I noticed on the Qs we kind of just a little bit ago we crossed to the upside. So I grabbed a 220 put next week for Tesla, and I think I paid about 107 for it. That's the only thing I'm in right now. And good morning, Oliver. Yeah, today should be pretty volatile. I do see we have continued to run up on the Dixie since I made the good morning, E-Kid. Yeah, we've continued to kind of run up on the Dixie since I made the watch list, so that's something as well. Looks like Nvidia is getting a bid too. Yeah, Nvidia is a nice little pop. We got resistance up here, kind of around this 119, 120 level. So if it makes it up there, we'll see how they do. But as for right now, they're cross to the upside. Tesla, right now the EMAs are cross to the downside, but it's very close right now. What's your reasoning on the put? So it was partially the break of this trend line, this consolidation. Hold on, let me. So yeah, we had the break of this trend line and just the level. The market structure calls for it. Like we need some sort of pullback in market structure. And then we still have this gap down to about this 230 level. So I would just say kind of a continuation of the trend, the trend lines, and then targeting this gap right here. So that's why I'm targeting it. And I got next week because I'm not 100% sure it's happening today, but I know it's going to happen. Today is a big options expiration day. So whenever they have the big options expiration days, they options contracts get really tricky, but they can move a lot. Like today could be a day we fall off the face of the earth, but they could also try to push us back up to all-time highs on everything and try to make new highs. So resistance for Tesla so I think I had my little watch list out this morning. I think I called resistance for Tesla being, I got support being 241 and resistance 245. Those are like the larger levels. So you could say I got in the trade on Tesla kind of prematurely. And I also said I really like to put on Apple, but yeah, Apple looks like it's throwing that out the window. Part of me thinks it's the what's the word? Part of me thinks it's the market makers like trying to manipulate, but also just looking at this, it still just looks really bearish or really bullish. So like I was looking at an Apple short, but then luckily I saw Tesla first. I'm like, oh, Tesla looks better now, because I think I charted Tesla or Apple on a 5 minute, and I was like, oh, that could have been the move. So the move happened pre-market. You're talking about this right here? What's that gray and green chart? So this is the short tool or short position tool. There's a long position tool and a short position tool, and this is kind of how you see your risk reward for the trade. So I have more time on this trade and I'm targeting this level. So the way this works, this is normally like when you first open this on trading view, this is going to be red right here and this is going to be green, but I just changed it to kind of black and green. And the way this works is essentially whatever your stop loss is, you would drag it to whatever level. So say I have my stop loss, say I said my stop was like 244. That might be a little tight. Let's say I had it at 245, and then say I was targeting this down here for my take profit. Usually this line will line up with wherever you enter. You can move it if you want, but usually that's about where you enter in on this line. And then the green is when you're in profit, and then the red or the black is whenever you're down on the trade. This shows you your risk to reward. So essentially, I love this tool because it shows me my risk to reward and makes things simple. I can see that my target, like down here, if you look at where it says target, my target move, this from where I enter to, like if I ride all the way to profit, that's an $11.87 move. That is a 4.9% move on Tesla. And the other thing is right here, you can see that the risk to reward ratio is 3.45, which means I can take this trade or I can lose this trade like 3.5 times and get it right once and still be in profit. So like if you take a look at it and do the math, like right there, if I lose one trade, that's about 350. If I lose the trade again, let's call it another 350. And then here, where is it? Lose the trade one more time. That's another 350. So right there, that's about 1050, let's say. And then say I get the trade right once. It's about 1192. And what was I going to say? It's 11. Oh, maybe that Apple trade was right. But I would have been stopped out had I got in the Apple trade and got the daily. But what was I saying? But yeah, say I took a fourth trade and got it right. Yeah, I would have made 1192. So yeah, seeing the risk to reward It's just showing you how good your odds are for the trade. So it's nice to know that I can win this trade 25% of the time, and I'm still in profit. This is ultimately how you like win overall as a trader, taking trades with like good probabilities and whatnot. So yeah, that's why I love this tool. Honestly, that's the main tool that sets TradingView apart from everything else to me. It's going to be that right there. All right, so I'm going to continue to watch how we move on these EMAs. Off the dome, set up 20% on Tessie. Oh, was that on the... Oh, hold on. I got an alert. Roku's crossing the trend line. Let me look at that. Says, oh, it's on the 4 hour. Hold on, let's see. They crossed the trend line on the 4 hour, but not... That's not enough for me. JPM making higher lows, higher highs. Still? They're still moving up? Dang. I think they're going to come down, but... Off the dome, up 20% on Tesla. Let me look at how we're doing on Tesla. So... May have been up. So I already took a trade. So I entered. It's for next week though, so I'm not like too worried about it. I'm not high stress. I'm just gonna kind of let it do its thing. But I grabbed a 220 put on Tesla that expires next week, and I'm hoping that we just get a lot of like strong movement down today. I paid 107 for the trade, and I'm actually down $1 on it right now. Or no, I paid 106 for the trade, and I'm break even on it right now. You said, oh, since 910. Yeah, they are making higher highs and higher lows. I would still say overall, like if we dropped out to a daily or weekly, they're still in a downtrend, depending on, because it's like on the week, higher highs and higher lows. But also, oh, so it's like I see it on a 4 hour, but on the weekly, oh no, it's still in an uptrend. And you said, oh, options. Yo, options scare me. Yeah, options do, but looking at the same thing on Tesla, if you wanted to trade like a share equivalent, it'd be the same as shorting Tesla down here. Or there's also, there's leverage ETF. I forgot their names, but so right here, TSLQ, if you want to trade something shorting it, the same, like pretty much the same thing as trading the options, but if you want to buy shares, you could buy this, and that would be the same as what I'm doing with Tesla right now with options. All right, but it's moving in our favor. All right, Bank of America thoughts. Let's take a look. Just shared it in the. Hey, appreciate you, family. It's hard for me to like chat in the Discord and get on the live, so it's like. But I feel like being on live is a better way to connect. Sometimes it'd be hard for me in the Discord because it's like, I don't know, whenever it comes to typing and sending messages, I'll be right there, I'll send a message, and then it's like, people kind of just respond on their own time, and it's like they're not right there in that moment. So it's some work. All right, so real quick, looking at Bank of America, I do see a gap down to this 39.77 level. So I could see it pulling back to there. First off, I want to say like today, like to those of you like just getting here, today should be a kind of wild or volatile day, or has the potential to be, just because today is a major operation or major options expiration day. So they typically try to move the markets a lot more. So I would be looking for this to get filled at some point. It may not get filled today, it may get filled Monday, but yeah, this is what I would target on Bank of America. But as of right now, they look like they've started an uptrend, made new higher highs. So yeah, it looks like they're in an uptrend right now on the weekly. I mean, overall, it still looks, they're either starting a downtrend. They look like they're starting a downtrend on the weekly, but right now on the lower time frames, they look like they're in an uptrend, having a pullback depending on what you're looking at. How do you put that on your chart, the risk to reward? All right, so let me so I think I shared it yesterday. I'm gonna share it again real quick. There's a video. You don't have to watch it right now, but there's this video on my channel. I want to say, if you here, let me, where is it at? I think it's like directly on my channel when I go to my channel. I think it's like the first video you see. Maybe not. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna share it in the chat real quick, just so you can come back to it when you want. If you wanted to widen your stop to. Oh, wrong thing. Didn't mean to share that. All right, there we go. So that's the link. And let me just show you the video real quick. All right, so looking at it, if you come to watch this video and skip to this part, this will show you how to use it, how to like set up everything. This video will ultimately teach you how to make pretty solid trades, like just starting out. But when it comes to the tool, so the tool on TradingView is going to be on the left, I think. Yeah, over here. It's going to be under the projection kind of area. This one for me is the short position tool, but there's also the long position tool. So if I do short position, see it pops up. And then if you want to customize it and make the colors the same, watch the front half of that video I just linked down there, and you will learn how to like customize and set the colors and everything. All right, let's see how the market's doing. All right, so it looks like we may be crossing over. I'm really watching the EMAs today. I feel like that should be an easy way to trade today. Like we're already crossed below on Tesla on the EMAs. So I'm kind of just going to see how this plays out today. Oh, you're welcome, Angie. I'm not sure what I helped you with, but you're welcome. All right, so our Fridays. Wait, when you say DOE days, what is DOE, Oliver? Because I'm like, I'm low key thinking of DOA, which is like dead on arrival. Date of expiration. So there are going to be here. Let me see if I can kind of show you real quick. Oh, hold on. I see what you're saying on all right, I see what you're talking about. I'm just now seeing it, Corey. I realized that you were telling me about it now. But oh, you got an ad. Date of expiration, Department of Energy. Corey, you got me rolling, bro. All right, so district attorney. All right, y'all are some pranksters in here, or some jokers over here. Let me show y'all real quick. Let me show you what it means. The whole option expiration, the big option expiration thing means. So we're gonna here. I'm gonna pull up Moomoo on my phone, and we're gonna look at the options chain. Let's see. All right, so I mean, let's see if we can find something that doesn't have frequent options expirations. Let me see how frequent Exxon options are. Okay, so I mean, they're you still have them pretty much every week on here, but the first thing you should notice is that with a stock like Exxon is a stock that has expirations every week. So pretty much every Friday there's going to be an expiration. So you have some stocks that just have expirations every Friday, whereas if you go to one like a SPY, the SPY has expirations pretty much every day the market is open. So there are going to be options contracts every day on the SPY. And then there are, I can't think of one off the top of my head. It's probably not going to be one on my watch list, but there are stocks that are going to have options expirations just once a month. Maybe here, let me see if there's a ETF like oh, let's check this one out. Oh no, that one doesn't even have any. But anyways, there are some that have expirations every month, and then there are some that have expirations every quarter. So whenever all those line up, so like whenever there is a quarterly expiration, monthly expiration, daily expiration, and weekly expiration, whenever all of those line up, that is when you get these large expiration days. So there is a lot more that the market makers are trying to coordinate there. All right, that being said, let's look at let's see what's going on with stocks real quick. Let's get an overview on how things are going. All right, now we are here looking at your daily market news, and on the day the Dow is down 0.18, the Nasdaq is down 0.22, and the S&P is down 1/4 of a point. Let's see. Oil is down 0.58. Gold is on the rise, and let's see. Off the dome, I gotta be more active in the Discord. Honestly, it's a little tough though, honestly, because like with the stream and just trying to do things during the day, it's tough. You said thank you. Could you explain the percent change on the option chain? Why are the percentages different? All right, so yeah, actually we can do that. So let's go take a look at here. Let's look at PayPal. Let's look at PayPal options, and here we'll just look at one side for now. So honestly, this is something I think would be, ooh, that's a nice down candle right there. That's something I think would be easier to look at on Robinhood actually, but we'll look at it on here. So right here, let me see if we can scroll over. Okay, we can a little bit. We don't necessarily have that though. All right, so each option, they close the day and start the day at a different price. So whenever you see the price of the option, I think this is going to be the change in the price of the option. So right here, if you let's look at this 76 strike right here. It's going for 75 cents per share. And right here where it says price, the price is 85 cents per share in the red. So yesterday where this contract closed was 85 cents higher. So it probably closed around $1.50 per share, somewhere in that. I'm using rough math. Or actually I don't know what that, oh no, that's the price it's going for. So forget I said that about the price. Actually right here, this column is how much it changed. So right here it's now going for 65 cents. And then over here in this column you can see 0.80, negative 0.80. So this right here means it has dropped 0.80 from where it closed yesterday. And this percentage change is going to be kind of telling the same thing. So from where it was yesterday, the value has dropped by about 54%. So yesterday this was trading at about, like, let's estimate like 150. It's been cut about in half, so it's down about, or it's been cut a little more than half, so it's down 54%. And this one is down 42% because of from where it was trading at yesterday. It's down $1.11, and that's 42% of where it was yesterday. Hope that helps. All right, we're getting some little selling pressure. Let me see how we're doing on the put we grabbed real quick. All right, so up about 16% on that Tesla put. Honestly, I thought about going Rambo and just grabbing the closest put to the money at open, but I'm not trying to blow the account up again, so did not do that. No problem, I hit you. All right, let's see stocks. So it looks like Amazon got an upgrade. Let's see, they got an upgrade from 225 to 240. Costco got an upgrade. Costco has earnings next Thursday for anyone that's curious. And Thermo Fisher. Got a lot of losers today. Let's see. Yeah, let's play with this trend projection tool. Let's look at Tesla. I'm pretty bullish on it overall, not on the day, not on the short term, but I'm bullish on Tesla. I want to see the projected trend. All right, so okay, let's go back. All right, let's see what we got on here. As the Qs making higher highs. Apple. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Let's go. See if we got any good unusual activity today. Today is the 20th. Let's see. Alright, so right off the back, see some. Oh, that's not for today. I was about to say, I see some SPY 500 puts. Y'all see the SPY pulling back to 500 by the end of the year? Oh, let me check the poll. Alright, so we got 52% red, 28% green, and 21% break even. It's wild. And let me see how we're doing on the 1 hour real quick. Okay, yeah, that looks like a solid drop on the 1 hour. That's kind of nice. All right, so let's Tesla on the 1 hour. Let's look at the SPY. So got a good amount of support at this 481 level on the SPY. Go back to the 5 minute. Looks like we're close to getting across as well. See if that happens. Hold up. Okay. Now I'm gonna go through here and see if we have anything for today's expiration. What is FXI? XLE. No, those aren't for today. Silver, SoFi. So someone bought like $5,008 puts on SoFi. Oh no, they sold $5,008 puts. So they're saying SoFi is probably going to close above it. It's coming down. They're trying to take advantage of the premium there. Let's see. Looking for today's expiration. All right. What is it? FXI. Amazon. Oh, this is a multi-leg strategy. A great video. Is options trading your full-time job? No, it's not my full-time job. I have a good amount of sources of income. Options trading is kind of extra income. Where can you see your contracts? Are you talking about on Moomoo? That would be over here. So, I forgot I had a put. So, yeah, if you click your accounts tab, you come over here, and this is where your positions are going to be. Where we at? All right, so okay, so I see some strategies going in on the. I put in a SPY put at 564. What expiration did you get? I want to actually come in here and do some analysis, because let's look at the SPY. Where's it at? Right here. So you said 564. Let's look at options, go to analysis. One thing that annoys me a little bit is I can only see it when I hover over it when I'm not on the computer, but I can't see necessarily. There's information I'm not seeing on the when I'm doing it on the computer. Hold on, I got a message. So here real quick, just because I want to see the levels. It looks like there are a lot of puts on the SPY at this 567 level today. So I feel like the SPY is going to have a lot of trouble. Where's the SPY right now? Yeah, this 567 on the SPY is going to be a pretty tough level to get under that. If we can get under that. No, yeah, this is where it's going to be the most efficient for the market makers to close, because that's where all the volume is. There's like no call volume really below 567. Most of it is 568 or higher. There's a lot around 570. So it wouldn't surprise me if they close the SPY between 570 and 567. Let me look at the Qs real quick. While we're like, if we stay in this downtrend, I'll keep riding that, but if not, I'll get out of that. So looking at the Qs, there is an absorbent amount of puts at this 482 level. So honestly, for the Qs, it would be in their best interest to stay right around this area. So we'll see where things end up closing, but this would be where their best interest, where it is in their best interest to close. So honestly, I don't. Here, actually, let me zoom out real quick. So the Qs I don't see much regardless. Let me zoom out. Show all of them. Let me zoom out to the SPY one more time. Oh, the SPY fell below that 560 or below that 567. You know, maybe they do push it down. Oh, we'll see. They're playing with us. I'm just watching. Honestly, I'm watching the EMAs on a 5-minute. Mostly like kind of paying attention to this blue line. As long as it stays under this orange line, kind of just chilling and letting that coast today. Tesla decided to stop moving. I need to check out the analysis on Tesla real quick. So there is a lot of volume at the 240 level, below 240. Yeah, there it puts all the way down to like 230 for the week. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be tight. One thing I will say though is if you see a trend break today, just know your profits can be ripped away from you. So like watching the Qs right here. Here, I'll actually switch to the SPY since I'm not like... Oh, actually I do have a position in the Qs. I keep forgetting about. Lotto Fridays, yes sir. That is exactly what today is, and today is a big one. It's a big expiration. Let's see how we're doing on Robinhood. Alright, so we are up 16%. Baby oil Fridays. I hope that's because the stocks are slipping down. That's a new one. Haven't heard that one. Baby oil Fridays. Bro, y'all are on one. All right, so yeah, right now the EMA definitely looking good on Tesla. Let's look at the SPY. Hey, we got a good break of the trend line on the SPY too. Let's see, 10-minute. That's a nice break on the 10-minute. 15-minute. That looks like it's a strong break. Typically, when you get a break, you expect to go back to kind of where it started. So here, where would we say this started? Let's zoom out. Hey, I could see us, like, if things get real crazy, I could see us pulling back to, let's say, actually about like 562 on the SPY. So yeah, like maybe we go crazy. Let's go crazy. Do you have any swing trades, and if so, what tickers do you recommend? Well, first off, just want to let you know, no recommendations on this channel. There's a lot that looks good. Like this Tesla trade is technically a swing. I don't intend, like, I don't 100% expect for this to happen. I know it could. But yeah, like this trade is a swing into next week, essentially. I mean, of course, if I see profit at the end of the day, I'm gonna take the profit. But I wanna ride Tesla from 241 down to here. And I paid $100 for the contract. And I think it'll be worth more whenever it gets there. There's a lot, honestly. If we look at all these charts on the 4-hour, if we get a break below these trend lines, like for instance the SPY right here, I could see it pulling back to, yeah, once again this probably about 561, 562. If it really breaks, say maybe we come back to about 541 or 540. There are a lot of swings you can take, but it really just depends on kind of what time frame you're looking for things. So honestly, when it comes to swings, they're everywhere. It's like if you want to give me a chart and ask, do I think, like, how would I swing it, or if I would, that would be easier. But no, all I'm really doing is just kind of riding these right now. And it's Friday. That's wild. I'm about to have a whole weekend to myself. I'm not about to have the weekend to myself, but I'm about to go a whole weekend without trading. That's wild to me. All right. Let's see. All right, so let's see. All right, Apple, yeah, let me come back to the chart on Apple. I'm curious how that's looking. Wait, let's go back to a 5-minute. All right, so yeah, once again, SPY coming back above that 567. Once again, that's the level I was saying it's gonna have trouble getting below 540 is the level for the SPY or for the Tesla. I need to check Apple now. Yeah, that's a lot of liquidity being built up, but today may not be the day for the move. Let's see. Yeah, Apple is very much in an uptrend compared to everything. You see how we're doing on Moomoo. Let's look at Apple. All right, so looking at the options, looking at the analysis. So Apple has like 49,000 calls at the 232.5 level. Honestly, they don't even have that many puts. But yeah, it looks like it's best for Apple to have things expire right at 230 or a little bit below. And that's where the market makers would make the most money. When things kind of slow down, I'm gonna see if I have some stuff I can share with y'all. Let's see. Oh, also, if y'all hear any like noises or anything, I am kind of I can't hear if there's like extra noise. So if y'all hear anything, just let me know in the chat, and I will stop the noise, or I'll figure out what it is. All right, so I am moving from Bumble to New York City and want to know if my rent budget of $10K a month will be able to get me a New York City apartment, and what kind of life I can live with my salary, and in a specific neighborhood I want to be in, because I have to commute to another neighborhood for work. I know I could look on Zillow and Street Easy and then compare the rents I see to my own finances, but I prefer not to do that. Instead, have real New Yorkers shout neighborhoods at me that I turn down as they haven't properly guessed where I want to live and warn me I won't be able to afford drinks on the weekend. Okay. Yeah, okay. We're still continuing down. We're making progress. Swing watch. I was on Roku before. All right, so here. So I did get an alert on Roku earlier that they were breaking on the 4 hour to the downside. Yeah, so this would be a great entry for a Roku short. And it's like the first level I would watch it to pull back to. Like if I were trading, I would enter a put here. In the first place I would expect it to come to is like 73. Ultimately looking for it to come back down to this 64 level. But yeah, my first target would be like this 74, 73 area. So honestly, to the downside, that looks like a good swing, but it wouldn't surprise me if it hit this 73 level today. let me check the options analysis on Roku. See. All right, so today with Roku, they don't have a crazy amount of people. I don't think this is like too big of a factor for the market makers. So call wise, they just want. Actually, it's going to be most profitable for them to have it expire below 77 and above $66. Or no, and above $76. Going in, checking in on a Tesla trade. Once again, back up to 16%. The market's just moving slow today, but I feel like they're going to try to, whenever everyone leaves the market and stops doing stuff, that's when, if it's going to happen, I feel like they're just going to accelerate it, or maybe they do it towards the end of the day. But I'm not going to like stick around and watch this all day, personally, because I have something that I don't necessarily need to sit and watch all day. That's one thing I like on Fridays. Most of the time, if I trade the riskier contracts, I like to get out of them in the first couple hours or so. But if I really see something, like once again, we got this 475 level that's looking juicy on the Qs. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm around for that. Yeah, we got the Dixie running up today though. It's not running up a little bit. It's running up a good amount. It's up like 30 cents. And let's see. Meta's still low-key making highs a little bit. They topped out at 564. AMD looks fine, has some interesting trend lines from the Thursday through 30 minutes. Let's see. AMD. Where we at? There we go. 30 minute. Let's see. Here, let me turn off these EMAs. X-Bond. We'll pull them both up real quick. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that might be pumping. I'd be down to just throw a little bit in on this just to throw stuff in. Yeah, I'll buy some just because. they're making me read a risk disclosure statement on penny stocks before I buy. All right, so we're in. Yeah, this will be a fun little. Hold on, that's in the way. We'll check the chart on AMD in a moment. I think I got in about. Let me see. I'll grab like 500 shares for fun. So I grabbed about, I guess it's about $94, $95 worth. Got in at 1905. So I pretty much bought at the top. So yeah, right there. Forget the stop loss. Let's. Oh, I'm up. Oh no, that's that's something else. Oh, I am up on it now. So I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna drag that out. I think I'm right there. We'll just drag this way up. I'm gonna just watch that for the fun of it. Alright, so we got Xpon. Alright, looking at AMD 30-minute. Okay, I see what you were talking about. So let's see. So you said from Thursday. Oh no, you didn't say Thursday. You said from the daily through the 30-minute. Okay. I mean, first off, talking about the 30-minute. It's one I see potentially. Oh yeah, that is definitely pumping. Let me zoom back in on that real quick on like a 5-minute. Go back to Tesla. Oh yeah, Lunar is pumping. Oh, let me share that that little trade I got in with the Discord real quick. It's just for fun, so I'm gonna make it clear it's just for fun, but all right, so alert the Discord. Let's see. Right, like what else am I supposed to do with my time? Oh, Casey, I think you might be behind. Here, let me respond. Casey, think you might be behind on the video. All right, AMD still selling off. They look like they're continuing to sell off. Oh well, I'm glad you caught it. All right, let's see. Oh, I was about to share that with the Discord. What was it? I grabbed like 500 shares of, what is it, Xbon. This is a lotto trade. Bought in at, price did I buy in at? 0.1905. All right, what happened? I'm still DOE. Are you talking about data expiration? Oliver, I know you're with us. I know you're not still back there. All right, let's see. Oliver over here playing with me. All right, so right now I'm really getting the feeling here. Let me come back to Tesla on this. Okay, so the EMA is still coming down. Alan, I'm out of day trades. What'd you trade? All right, so going back to drawing these charts on AMD, kind of broke over there. Broke back down in a little downtrend now. Expect to come back down to at least 152. Ultimately, probably down to 148. AMD looks nice. Man, everything looks kind of nice. I mean, you can probably do the same thing on the SPY. Now I'm looking at it. Now we have a gap to the upside on the SPY. All right, got in Tesla put for next week. Won't be able to sell today. Well, hopefully for your sake, we don't need to sell today. I mean, it could happen at the end of the day. So wait, Alan, Aiden, do you have a margin account? Tesla was beautiful yesterday. Yeah, Tesla was beautiful yesterday. I wish I would have taken action. Like I was trading kind of different strategies. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I was gonna say something, but I don't want to confuse you. Yes, 240, 245, most comfortable trade ever. Oh, you rode from 240 to 245? I think I had called that it would probably continue to run once it hit like 236 yesterday. That was a kind of breakout level to me. And just kept running after that. All right, so all right, yeah, it's looking like we're in the red on the day now. It's kind of progress. Let me see. Ooh, ooh. Had that fall on my keyboard. Yeah, all my gains from yesterday on my stocks, they're being pulled back. All right, GME. GME is catching some volume today. Let's see. Yeah, GME kind of going crazy. Let me check the options on that. Hey, then I've tried switching to a cash account, but it doesn't. Oh yeah, it doesn't work when you have trades open. You have to close the trade. But yeah, usually if you do, whenever you have it closed, it'll like close right away. So GME is running. It's at 291, but honestly, it's going to be most profitable for them to expire below $20. What's going on here? Is this like some sort of squeeze, or is this inducement? Like this is an interesting. This is something interesting right here. Whatever is going on with GME. Let me see what's happened to the options chain on the day. So GMA, the $21 options are up to 20, and those $20 options are up. They're only up to 120. See, I personally don't trust it just because of just what today is. Like I could easily see them seeing this as an opportunity to push it up, make people think it's going to squeeze, and then as soon as everyone gets in, push it back down just below 20, and then they get all their money back. I feel like they're drawing in more people. What do I trade on? Robinhood, Moomoo. And then this platform is this is just what I chart on. This is TradingView. Turn the cues back on. Roy and Kitty must have made a tweet. Let me see. I feel like he's radio silent. Let's see it. Or I feel like he started doing tweets regularly, and then they just his tweets stopped meaning anything. So Roaring Kitty. So I see somebody say GME going nuts. Massive dark pool just came in. Let's see what else. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, Roaring Kitty hasn't posted anything since the 6th. Let me turn these EMAs back on. Yeah, I'm here as long as we're below the 5. All right, so I'll keep an eye on GME or I'll like check in periodically. I don't think too much will come with this. All right, Corey said, all in all, pretty choppy. Yeah, I would say that's the story for this morning at least. The main thing I'm watching the EMA. Like I know, to me, as long as we're below the 13 EMA on the 5 minute, I think there's still validity as long as it keeps moving down. And that's kind of the story. That's kind of what I'm watching. Otherwise, without that, they're just trying to burn theta. But yeah, while we keep riding that, I'm like, hey, there is potential for a movement. Like it looks like to me, Tesla wasn't a bad move. Had I gone with my original urge and like I was really close to like just getting the closest short in the money I could for today and just getting that. But I also don't think I would have rode it this long. Because all of this right here, that's like where your theta dies and or where all the premium dies and the contracts just aren't worth anything after that. Yeah, you really do have to be careful trading GME. It's like I like to buy it at the extremes, like whenever it's like, oh, it's cheap, or whenever I see something. I think the last time I bought GME, it was at $13. No, I think it was at $13. I saw some unusual activity for $15. And that was like, I saw that using the unusual options activity on Moomoo. And what was I going to say? I rode it up to 15 because honestly, the options were so cheap. And it ended up going to 20. And then after it went up to 20, I got more. And like I rode it to like 60, or actually it kind of touched 80. And then they like halted it and stopped it. And I could barely take profits. I think I only took like $3,000 profit when I really should have taken like 6,000. But they kept halting it, so I couldn't sell out of it and take profits. So let's see. All right, X bond still moving up. It's up to 2188. That's cool. Let's get a quick look at X. Let's move to the 5 over here. Moomoo has great tools. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like the analysis and stuff. I used to have to go to. There's this one website. It's called Bar Chart. This is where I used to. Here, I'll show y'all since we got some time. This is a pretty cool website too. All right, so still got the charts there, but I'm not trying to pull the whole thing up. Like, make it a little smaller. All right, so this is bar chart. This is where I used to look at unusual options activity. Oh, here we go. And I think there was a point I had a series on my channel. It was called Unusual Options Activity. I would legit come in here, find the options contracts I thought were interesting, and just buy them and just hold them. And sometimes they would make like good money, like really good money that I wouldn't expect it. I would get like 3x, like 300% profits. But the only thing is like you don't necessarily know what's going on. It's a lot more difficult to understand than usual. So I was kind of getting lucky, but it's a good website to find unusual options activities. And they got a lot of other tools and stuff too, but of course they want you to pay for a lot of the good stuff. All right, we're still moving on. Still following this, still trading below the 13 EMA on the Qs, still below the 13 EMA on Tesla. Unusual Wells is a great. I follow Unusual Wells. If you here, let me pull up the Discord real quick. So here, let me see. What channel is it? Or actually, I'll just share the channel. I got like a channel for memes in there. Oh no, you know what? I don't I think there used to be a channel for news in here or something. I guess I may have taken it out. Oh no, the channel's still there, but I guess it stopped updating. So if you look at the news channel, that's where I used to have the news for the Discord coming from. It used to come from Unusual Whales, but then I noticed they kept just advertising themselves, which nothing wrong, but it was just weird that there was a bunch of advertisements for them in there, so I kind of cut out. Appreciate that, Mahishu. They have a free Discord too. Hey, yo, Discords, hey, it's cool. My only thing is like being a part of too many of them. But the messages be coming through. I have to go through, mute all the channels. It's like with all the Discords and whatnot that there are, it's like I never get anything done. But yeah, there's definitely like a wealth of information. Now it's like when it comes to it, it's like discerning what information to follow, what information to filter, and it's a struggle. On cakes on Moomoo because of you thanks. Just don't like how I can't see option chain on paper trade unless honestly I need to play with the paper trading on Moomoo. I haven't done that yet. I've just used the options watch list on Robinhood. And then when I used to use Webull, I feel like they have options now for their paper trading, but it was only stocks when I was on it, and it wasn't any good for me. All right, you said free option flow. They just posted an AMD call too. We're on the same mindset today. Let me go back and take a look. Oh, on the Q's still selling off. Let me see how we're doing. Checking my positions. See how we're doing on Tesla. Yeah, GameStop still hasn't really gone anywhere. It looks like it hit a wall. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the market trying to just sit here and exhaust us today. Here, let's see if there's like a major level on the low key. Hold up, we kind of blasted off from, say we blast off here. So I have to see how Tesla does at about the 235 level. And then let's look at the Qs. Sometimes having like knowledge of too many strategies can kind of get in the way of some things. So let's say about 478 on the Qs. Because sometimes you get stops at these levels, and then sometimes they just rip right through. But yeah, it looks like we're trying to push and have some more downside. I'm kind of curious now, like that spy put I was holding yesterday. I want to see what it was, or not spy, that put on the cues I was holding. All right, so we're getting some upward movement on Tesla now, a little bit, or downward movement on Tesla, upward on the stock or the option, up 20% or $21 on the option, or 24 now. Did I get out of that PayPal play? When was I in a PayPal play? If you heard me say anything about PayPal, if you were watching the watch list, I said PayPal was a good trade to the upside yesterday. And then beyond that, I was probably talking about my PayPal shares. So no, I still have my PayPal shares. But when it comes to PayPal, uh, the actual trade, I think if I were trading it, I would have gotten out. Well, I couldn't have gotten out here, so I probably would have gotten out around. It would have had to be around open because we opened below this trend line that we were following. But I think yesterday, kind of in this area when it was around, I think it was around 75. I said they look good for upside. But I don't think I've taken any PayPal option trades or anything like that. But if you're talking about my shares, no, I'm still holding those shares. I'm very long on PayPal. Nike with a big spike today. Yeah, they announced a new CEO like right after market close yesterday. Yeah, Nike's a good hold right now. Or it's like I was liking it. What it pulled back to, like about 70. I was wanting to add it to the long term, but I didn't have the funds to add that along with Tesla, PayPal, and Palantir. It's like there's so many good stocks on sale right now. And it's like I wish I had money or have more money, but it's like I do not have the funds I would like to have. Oh no, I was not in one, unfortunately. I wish I was. Like I wish I was in some PayPal calls yesterday. That would have done me a lot better. It's like there are a lot of times I see PayPal, I look at PayPal, and I'm like, oh yeah, there it is right there. And then I tell myself it's probably going to be a slow mover today, and then it just like runs. It just accelerates. I need to start taking PayPal trades again. Yeah, in June, July it was so tempting to the Olympics. Yeah, Tesla or not Tesla, Nike. Yeah, it's a good price right now. Yeah, so once again, still watching this 13 EMA. Is that a bullish pennant on the 5 minute for crowd? Oh, let's see. And it pulls back kind of far. Let's look at it on the 2 minute, see how it looks. Is this a pennant? It looks kind of close. Here, let's I don't necessarily see a pennant. This could be like more of a flag. I mean, I don't think it ultimately depends on what it is, but yeah, it could be bullish. Essentially, how I look at this though is just the fact that so I wouldn't call it a pennant, just because the pennant, like, there would be something a little lower over here. Maybe here, let's check a 4-minute chart real quick. I don't know. Let's check a 3. I mean, yeah, it looks like it could be bullish just because we have like all this volatility here, and it looks like it wants to break out here. So that's a good call out. But I don't know. All right, Mahishu, I have to go, but have a wonderful and blessed weekend. You too, Mahishu. I hope you have like one of the best weekends, and yeah, wish you many, many blessings, all that good stuff. Yeah, crowd might do a little pumpy pump. So we came up. Oh, it's been a good day for crowd. So they opened up at 281, popped up to, oh yeah, that would have been a good call. And they're bullish on the day too. So yeah, crowd's definitely one that looks interesting. Q's still selling off. They're over here at 480 now. Let me check for. That's not even like a major level for them too. It's like on the way up, they just zipped right past it. It looks like their next area with possible support is. It looks like 479. Oh, you know what? I was trying to go look and see how that put I had yesterday would have done. Let me see. So it was QQQ, and it was I think a 479. All right, so as of right now, I sold out for more than it is worth right now. But if this continues on, Q still has room to drop. No, yeah, I'm like, once again, I am watching on this on the 5-minute. I'm watching this. We're still very early in the day. A lot can happen. We have continued to trend on this time frame, so yeah, we can definitely drop. The thing is, it's just patience, really. It's like how much endurance do we have? But it's crazy looking at Apple. Apple's been pretty pinned all day. All right, so we're below 480 right now. All right, we are making moves. Stock market got more stamina than. Hey, you are telling me. Stock market goes on and on. Hey, I won't be mad if the SPY decides to close at 560. I won't be mad at if the Qs decide to close at like 5 or 470. I might be a little mad if the Qs decide to close at 570 because I mean, unless it's because Tesla ran up to like $2,000 or something. but I don't see that happening soon. Okay, we still pushing. Shit, I'm gonna watch the cues on the 2 minute. Curious what Tesla looks like on the 2 minute too. Yeah, I would say the 2 minutes been a better line to watch Tesla on today. For the most part. I mean, we have like kind of crossed it, but we haven't gotten any complete candle closes above it. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this this for right now. Go back to a 2. All right, let's check in and see how we're doing on Tesla. Yeah, had I gone for those dailies, would have been sheesh. All right, so Tesla is at $23 profit, 20% on the day. All right, so we got the market. The majority got the market closing red today. Happy Friday, everyone. Let's have a great weekend. You too, E-Ball. You too. All right. Hey, let's have a great weekend. Anything big happening this weekend? Today, September 20th. I got some Amazon packages coming today. Like my auto insurance is due. All right, just a random question here. I left America for like 8 months, and then I came back, and it seems like insurance just became absolutely absorbent when I came back. There was a point in time for me, Progressive, like I have Progressive right now. There was a point in time when Progressive seemed kind of expensive, and like companies like State Farm and companies like maybe USAA, they would have given me better deals. But now Progressive is the one giving me the good deal. Or the better deal. It's like everything else being offered to me is like absorbently high. And I'm like, yo, did insurance go up? Or did something, I don't know, do they not like me anymore? I don't know. I know they charge you more when you're younger, but I'm old now. Or I'm not old. I wouldn't say I'm old, but I'm not young, bro. Also, while I'm on here, okay, I'm glad it's not me who thought it was. Thought it's not just. I'm glad it's not just me who thought it's gone crazy. Okay, Oliver said it shot up like crazy. It's been the opposite for you. Geico was the cheapest this time around. You said yours went down. I mean, so I did also kind of move states. So I moved from Colorado to Texas, and there was a point in time when I first moved out there, I remember thinking my insurance was cheaper in Texas than it was in Colorado. But then I got my, I don't know, I did some things and I got my insurance down in Colorado. Like I switched brokerages and stuff like that. And then when I moved to Texas, I was like, oh, it's more than it was in Colorado? I thought it was a lot cheaper in Texas. So actually, it had kind of gone up there too. I just assumed it would have been higher in Texas or in Colorado because, you know, they have a lot of hail where I was. And then, then I left the country and I came back. So it's like when I moved back to Texas the first time, I actually was still on Colorado insurance because they said they would let me keep that for like 3 months. And then, oh, okay, you said congrats on the move. Canada insurance. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about Canada. I hear they got good maple syrup, though. Definitely hear that. But beyond that, I don't know. I hear y'all got mooses up there, too. Is it meese? Mooses? What is the proper plural of moose? But we also had moose in Colorado. Oh yeah, when you move, it changes. They check your zip code and calculate the risk. So in Texas, they have a higher. Okay, all right. Hey, you work for Progressive. You worked for Progressive. Hey, good to know. Good to know. Well, okay. Another crazy thing that happened as well is like so I did like when I moved out here, I got an insurance quote. Progressive quoted me the best, and let's say they quoted me around like $200, right? And then, you know, every now and then when I get offers to like shop around for rates, I'll do it just to be like, am I getting the best rate? So I did that. I let someone else kind of do it, try to shop around. I don't know if they were trying to like rip some profits off me, but they came back with kind of the same conclusion I did too. They said the best rate they found for me was Progressive, but what they found for me with Progressive was like, so say I'm getting $200 or paying $200. They told me, they said it would be about $400 a month. I'm like, nah, yeah, I'm already paying like $200 a month. I'll just keep it. And so it's like just like a month or two after I already got the rate I have right now, they was trying to tell me it was like $200 more. All right, so yeah, I'm glad I'm not crazy though. All right, X-Pawn selling off. Yeah, let me check the trend on it real quick. See, this is why I'm not like the best with penny stocks. You kind of have to. Yeah, that's a nice little wick of liquidity right there. It is in the downtrend. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I get caught holding. Okay, so you said meese. Meese is the plural? You making fun of me, or is that the plural? It's meese and not mooses. So we're out. We're on a hike. We see multiple moose, and we say, I say, if I said, look at all those meese, I would be correct. Because I feel like someone would think I was talking about mice. Okay, can I explain what a liquidity sweep is? So here, I saw one on Apple this morning. So we can look at that. Well, actually, hold on. You said no. No, I would not be correct if I said that. Yeah, I was going to do a stop loss, but I got distracted. Plural moose is moose. Look at all those moose. You got a point. That sounds right. Okay. All right. All right. Y'all just made me a little smarter. Hold on. Let me check these, and then we can talk about a liquidity sweep. I'm just checking my positions. So we're up 25% on Tesla, $27. That put on the Qs is up 50. I'm not like, I grabbed 500 shares, but it's not like that much. I'm gonna kind of just hold it. All right, and yeah, all right, so we'll come back to the Qs and look at that a little later. But yeah, let's talk about a liquidity sweep. All right, so I want to show you what I saw on Apple. What I thought I saw on Apple. So what I did on Apple this morning, when I thought Apple would have been a good put. So what I originally saw is we have this is the 5-minute chart, by the way. Good morning, Tatiana. Glad to finally have you here. We're riding, just to update you, we're riding a put on Tesla. It's a 220 put. Got in around 241. Tesla is down here around 236. And I got the put for next week. And I paid 106 for it. Last I checked, it was up like 25%. Hey, love to hear it. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. All right, so back to what I was saying about the sweep of liquidity. Sorry about all the distractions, but so right here, typically when you see some kind of move like this, when there's like this big wick right here, and there is nothing like really coming up to sweep past it, let's take a look. So I saw this is a demand zone, but also you can see there's liquidity here just because there's this wick. Now, typically when you get a sweep of liquidity, the stock will come up and it'll create another wick, but the wick will come a little past it and sweep it. So just to kind of point out, hey, there's liquidity here. I drew this little blue line right here. We'll zoom out a little bit. Where are we at? So like this is what it looks like on a 15-minute. This is the liquidity. And then over here, we swept the liquidity. So when we swept it, we came past it, and then usually there will be some sort of reversal after the sweep of liquidity. And we did get a reversal, but it wasn't a super big one. So looking at it, we came up, we swept the liquidity right here. We had a little reversal right here. So had you got in on the sweep of liquidity, where is it? If you got in on the sweep of liquidity, could erode that momentum for like $1.15 before the course changed. And yeah, so that was something I charted on a 5-minute chart. So because it was charted on a lower time frame, makes sense why this didn't last so long, because if you move to a larger time frame, it almost looks like it's not even there. Looks like you're just continuing an uptrend. All right. Where are we at? So can you give your thoughts on NVIDIA? Let's go. So NVIDIA 4-hour. Looks like we might be making a double top. Right now, I'm looking for everything to kind of come and close its gap. So today is a big option expiration day. So it's like just a day you would expect things to kind of go on. Let me see if they're moving kind of how everything else we're looking at is. So what I'm watching on the day for most things is really just everything is crossed below on the 13 and 48 EMA. And I think I'm actually looking at most stuff on the 2 minute. But as long as we're continuing to ride below the 2 minute on the 13 EMA, actually mostly using the 5, maybe I can compromise and go like on a 3 minute or something. As long as we continue to chill below the 2 or 3 minute on the 13 EMA, I'm just riding that to the downside. That's what I'm doing with Tesla over here. That's what I was doing with the Qs. This is a 3 minute I was looking at on the 2. But yeah, it's like as long as we remain below that, just watching the trends. If you want more of a longer term outlook on NVIDIA, oh, hold on, that's the Qs, my bad. What is EMA? So EMA is exponential moving average. When it comes to, here, let's see. Like if you were curious on how to set them up, on TradingView, you would come to indicators. You would type in, there's this EMA 2050 100 200 tool, or you could type in, right here for me it's moving average exponential, and then you would come over here, or that a line would pop up. You could either double click it and change the settings and colors, which this one's the 14. So you could come in, change the settings for that, or you could also come in and, what was I going to say? Or you could just like click on it because they're also up here as well. When it comes to like what is the exponential EMA? So exponential EMA, there are different kinds of, there's 2 different moving averages that I'm aware of. And the way that they work, here, let me go back to a 5. The way that the EMAs work is here. So the blue line is the 13 EMA. So the way it works is it kind of takes an average of the last 13 candles, and that is where the line is moving at. And the EMA is exponential, so it gives more weight to the last few candles than it does like the ones earlier on. So for instance, this blue line is the EMA. I can come in, I can turn on a regular moving average. Where do we have a, here, let me, oh, simple moving average. So an SMA is just a regular moving average. Let me actually clear one of these off. So yeah, if we come to this blue one and I make it 13, or actually it's 14, if I make it 14, you can see these 2 are really close together, but they're slightly different because the light blue line is taking the last ones more into account than the earlier ones, whereas the simple moving average is more, it's the average price movement of all of the last 13 candles. And you'll notice as you kind of move on different time frames, the more extreme that you see in the prices, the further they are going to be apart, just because at different points you'll have different kind of movements and whatnot, and different amounts of movement. All right, so Tesla, well, let me see how Tesla's looking on the 5. All right, we're still doing all right on the 5. All right, so let me go back to, Yeah, so I hope that helps a little bit with what an EMA is. We'll clear that out. And when it comes to the EMAs, there's a common little strategy actually that is referred to as the 14 or 1348. Hold on. I think that's it. 13. I usually use the 13. Okay. The 1348 EMA cross. And as the 13 EMA crosses to the downside, you would expect, like, say you would take puts here, and as it crosses to the upside, you would take calls. And usually that plays out pretty well. Like if you look on the 1 hour, for instance, I think on the Qs, we got our cross back here at 455. Had you got in when it crossed, I mean, of course you got the cross, and did get a pullback, but you probably wouldn't have gotten out to about 473. So let me keep watching. I think I'm gonna cut that trade on the Qs. I bought a 116 put on Nvidia. Thoughts on when I should close this out? When did you buy it and when does it expire? Because it is possible that we are starting to reverse right now, and if you're up on that, it might not be the worst idea to close right now because things could end up being bad. I mean, this is the 2 minute, but you know, when you get a reversal, it starts on the 2 minute and it works its way up. So we kind of have to see. All right, let's see. All right, so we're retesting this EMA on the 5 minute for Tesla. It's either going to be a good area to continue the trend or it's going to be a pullback. We'll have to see. I want to see what we look like on the 10. We got like 2.5 minutes on that candle. Oh yeah, that looks like nothing on the 10. But right here, it looks like that might be kind of an area. Like if we look, here, let's see. Coming from over here, this kind of looks like it'd be a fib level. Good night. Good night, Skittles. Alright, so Nvidia looks like it's still continuing its trend. Hopefully Tesla decides to do the same. Could you check on the SPY before you leave? Let's see. So everything's charts are very similar. Right now it's still respecting on the 5 minute. Let's check the 2. Starting to see consolidation. So this could be a market reversal in play. Ultimately, we're going to have to see what happens here. Let me look on the 1 minute. Slightly above that line on the 1. Let's go back to the 2. Got in for 91 earlier this week. Break even is 1506. That's gonna be close one. All right, so here to me it looks like the market is starting to turn a little bit. I'm still kind of watching. I think I'm gonna cut out of this Tesla trade. Let me see how it's doing. That's kind of wild. I'm only up $7 on this Tesla trade now. These market makers know what they're doing. It's like this put doesn't even expire until next week. All right, looks like SPY looks like it's still moving down. Tesla, let's see. I think the next opportunity is sell into some strength I have. I'm gonna take it. Oh no, I'm gonna just sell out right now on Tesla. I think I'm a bit exhausted. All right, so I sold out for Tesla. I took $9 profit. Or I guess $8 profit. So up 8% on the day. That's how we close out the week. That's going to do it for the challenge for me today. And I think I'm going to close out of the stream. It actually looks like we're continuing to the downside, but I want to say I'm done trading for the weekend. Or for the week. Nvidia, here, one last look. It's still moving down, but to me, this looks like this is your potential chance at an exit. Because if we put in a higher low right here, I would say get out, personally. Because to me, it looks like if this candle looks like it's moving more upward or closes a little more upward, yeah, I would definitely get out. But yeah, I'm done trading things. I'm out of everything, and I'm gonna call it a day. Kind of get my weekend started. So yeah, I'm done with everything for the day. No problem, Tatiana. Glad to have you on the stream today. Hey, been a lot of fun trading with y'all today, family. Remember, it is a major options expiration day, so it could still get crazy. So be sure to be safe out there in the markets. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Matthew Manuel signing off. Hope you have a blessed day. I want to change your life. Peace. Jorman, hey, catch you. See you. Bye.